Steve, it's Tuesday morning. We had only a little show, but it turned out to be a great show. 6 really good fights, mate.
Yeah, do you know what I liked about it was the away kids all come and had a fight, didn't they? And you know, when that happens, it makes for a good night of boxing. There was a few upsets, but like you say, a really good show. We kicked off with Luke Vaughan v Dale Kellam, and obviously it was going to be Luke's last fight anyway, whether he won or lost. And you know, he started off really well, won the first round, probably just lost the second, and was doing okay in the third, but kind of. Well, it was both tiring, wasn't there? You know what I mean? I think Dale Kellam normally just survives, but he had to put it in, trying for the win. And I think
he really tried. That's the hardest I've seen him try.
Yeah, they had a bad clash of heads, and then Luke got hit at the back of the head. His head went down, and his legs kind of gone. So the ref rightly waved it off. But while it lasted, it was very entertaining.
Yeah. Great way to start the show, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then another opponent come all the way from London, Jake Price, who
we've never seen before, have we?
No, he was new to us, and to be honest, I said to Steve Lillis, we need to use him again because he comes and tries, doesn't he? And
he wasn't bad.
Yeah, there wasn't much in it. I mean, they give Billy the win, but you know,
close.
It could have been a draw and no one would have complained, but you know, fair play to Billy, he was up against it, someone he'd not had a look at, and was fairly awkward and aggressive, and Billy had to work hard to get his win there, and he did too, yeah. So that was that one, and then Harry Martin against Paul Scaife.
Enjoyed it, you know.
You know, he tries his hardest, doesn't he, Harry? You know, and I think in the first round, I was worried that he might have shot his bolt because
he threw a lot of shots, didn't he?
He tried like mad to finish him, and I think he did tire near the end.
In the last round, I think,
he put a lot of effort in trying to get that stoppage, but again, fair play to Paul Scaife, you know. He
weathered a big storm, didn't he?
Yeah, he come through a real horrendous patch in the first round, and then come through. I think did he win the last round?
I think they shared the last round, didn't they?
Yeah, but no, that was an entertaining fight. And then Jack Murphy, Tatanda Magombe, who's coming upset some of the kids in the away corners. He's a good fighter, very slick. He made Jack think, and I think Jack enjoyed that because it was probably the first fight where everything wasn't his own way, and you know, he dealt with it well. He had to put his brain into gear to overcome that, and
he reminds me of that Daryl Tatfuma a little bit, you know. He really is. He's that next level journeyman, isn't he? He's the guy that if you want a real test to see if you're ready for a little title, you've got to be able to beat him. Yeah,
and listen, when he's stood in front of you, he's not stood still as he's moving left, right, and he was a good test for Jack and one he come through with, so I was pleased with that. And then probably fighting the night, the next one, Lennox Lithgow and the Mexican Lopez. You know, he just comes and you know he was a flyweight, wasn't he? He was fighting at like 9 stone, and
he throws bombs.
Yeah.
Every punch is a bomb in it, and he throws bombs in bunches as well, doesn't he? You know.
Yeah, and I know Lennox will be looking at and Lee, you know, will be kicking him round the bleeding gym, I would have thought.
He should have boxed a bit more.
He just stood and had a fight with him, which is what that Lopez wants.
But he did enjoy it, you know, Lennox. He said to her, he really enjoyed it, you know.
Right,
like,
well, he needs to change his attitude a little bit, doesn't he? Because he could have won that comfortably by losing in boxing. And I'm seeing Lennox do that, and so if you want to fight, you know, mix it up a little bit. But he didn't. It was just you hit me, I hit you, and great for the crowd. And to be fair, a draw was the right result in that one as well, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I actually did think Lennox had just nicked it. But you can't argue with that because
listen,
he took too many unnecessary shots, didn't he?
Listen, the punters liked it, and I think Lennox is going to top in Wigan in I think the 5th of July, and you know, I'm hoping to get him a decent fight for that, you know, some sort of eliminate, if not a title. So
well, you know he can box, so it's a little kick in the bum, isn't it, to make sure that he does do what he should be doing.
In the long run, it'll do him no harm, but it's nice to see him come away with a win on Saturday. But as you say, everyone who watched that fight enjoyed it. Yeah. And then the top of the bill, the two VIP kids, Leon Entwistle and Reece Woods,
delivered, didn't it, mate?
Yeah, and it was a 6th rounder where they both bit on the gum shields and went that extra yard that these fights make and do it. But Reece come out a clear winner, didn't he? And
I think the first 3 rounds, you couldn't really split him. It was good. But I think Reece just pulled away at the tail end of the fight, didn't he?
Yeah, I was talking to Leon and Reece afterwards, and I think just maybe that little experience that Reece Wood had over him might have shown, you know, down the stretch. But I think Leon didn't commit as much early on, and he gave the impetus to Reece, who was always going to be coming forward, because he maybe had the size advantage as well. Yeah. You know, because he has been fighting. As well, He has been fighting at higher weight, but you know, he could possibly have tied down the stretch, but he didn't do, did he? And he just got the momentum going, and that kind of carried him through the fight. But you know, it wasn't a bad fight to finish with, and as we said, little small all show. We lost the top of the bill, but 6 decent fights and decent nights of boxing, mate. Yeah,
it was. I enjoyed that one. Even going live with it, I enjoyed it, mate.
Yeah.
Normally I'm always stressed, but they were that good that I didn't have to concentrate on that. I just concentrate on the fights.
Yeah, so up to Sunderland on Saturday, aren't we? So we'll speak to you in a couple of days, and we'll let everyone know what's happening on that one, mate. Yeah.
Nice one, mate.
Cheers.
See you then. Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.